Hi. First episode with me. This is a bunch of noise. Okay. I hope the mic is recording. Don't act me crazy. I will remove all this if it's not recording. It looks green to me. Welcome. Welcome back. I needed to wait. Okay, let's just confirm I am using the microphone because I was very concerned. This is my first time. Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the Good Energy Squad. Thank you for being here. This is my first solo episode. I am beyond ecstatic that you guys are here, that you're sticking with me, and I decided that even if not everything is perfect, clearly right now I look like a nerd, as if I need to start recording for you all and put myself out there and really be honest and fulfill the actual mission, which is just me here being present for you all and talk about myself and have my guest. I have my first guest tomorrow. Super excited. You probably won't even guess who it is. The episode will probably release in 2 weeks. I'm thinking every Sunday. I have my Apple set up. I have the Spotify. I'm recording for YouTube, still with my phone. Sorry for the quality. I apologize on that. The lighting here, it's a little interesting. I want you all to look really good at what I'm building, because this is going to be obviously the before. What's important here today, what I want you all to learn, nothing's going to be perfect, number one. That is the main message I have. You all can see it, you probably all can hear it. I'm going to learn how to edit this episode for the first time in my life. I got my new laptop yesterday. I've been playing with it. I don't know how this mic is set up. I don't know if that's a good sound. We're going to test it out. It's all a test and learning process for me. And I want to take you all with me. I don't want to record when I have the $3,000 camera, the perfect studio with the comfy chairs, the table, the headphones, and all these podcasters that are set up for life, right? You see them and you're like, unbelievable. They have their shit together. I don't. Welcome to Good Energy Steps, because we're gonna do this step by step. And what's better than showing you guys how we started, and maybe in a year from now we can see where we at. Even if it's just adding a new chair, we're moving forward. Life is about moving forward and not stopping at all. It's been challenging. I'm actually staring at my day job. I should have closed that laptop and not think about my day job. It's not stressful actually at this time. It's just managing all the things that I want to do. If you listen, I have a lot of plans. This is my year for GES. It's a big launch for me. I'm trying to become what I want to do for the rest of my life and find who I truly am. I know who I am, but now I want to put it out there for everybody and just go with it and see where it takes me. I'm excited. I am nervous, believe it or not. I'm not a nervous person. I'm very outgoing and crazy, but this matters. And that's why I guess it makes me a little bit more nervous than usual. But I want to compare today with a year from now. It's always striving to move forward. Not perfection, just bettering. And I know maybe today's episode is going to be like very bad sound and static, and you guys can listen on the background noise. And my husband's watching TV, and God knows, and I'm going to say like a million times, and I have to learn not to say those things. As I move forward, I will learn how to speak better to you all and express myself. I am excited to start courses too, because I want to learn. In order for me to act and teach you anything or talk about anything, I need the knowledge, the experience, and then apply it. And I look forward of learning more on how I can spread this energy that I have and positivity, and don't stop me now. Right? Nothing can stop me. Nothing. Literally. So please bear with me as I ask always at the beginning of this journey with me. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself. The reason why I'm going to have guests is because I can't talk for anybody else but myself. So that's going to be the first thing today. Who am I, right? Who is Pauline? Is it Paulina, Pauline, Paulinias, Pinchi Pauline, Poignin? Try to come. Ho, Hoochie Mama, Mamacita. I think I've been called a million things. And some. And maybe you guys don't even know me. And this is my chance to introduce myself before I start bringing other people. There's going to be a mini series of about me. I'm excited about those. Though little by little, I can give you more information on where I come from, who I am, why I am the way I am. We'll have a psychologist, which is a close friend. She's studying psychology, and she's going to help us understand why humans act or react to situations the way we do. Why am I this way? I don't know, right? That's why I want to bring the expert. I just know that it really is life that turns you into what you are today, and how you navigate life situations and things that are out of your control. Some things you can control, and it's very important that you find those things that you can control and work with those. So everything that is on your control, you can change. If you can't control it, keep moving. Keep moving. You can't sit there and wait for things to magically change, or a wizard or anything. So let's begin. I was born, sounds like those stories. I was born one afternoon, midnight, 4 a.m. I don't know what time. My birth certificate does not have the time. It was July 7th of 1984. I was very blessed to be born in America. El Paso, Texas, Sami. It was a Newark hospital, and I think they blow it away. It no longer exists. It's gone with the wind, fabulous. There's no proof that I was born there, but I know a few friends from Juarez that were born there as well, and they are also trouble. So if you were born in El Paso and Newark Hospital, we're a mess. We probably got swapped at birth, or something is wrong with us. I don't know what time I was born. I don't know a lot of my childhood, to be honest. Kind of sad, right? And I have nobody to confirm much things about how I was brought up, or why was I born in America. I am the baby of 5. It's me, 1984. Then is Paola, my sister. She is way older than me by 4 years. Super old lady. And it's Jeanette. She is 1973, May, so 11 years older than me. And it's Mauricio, my brother. I want to say he's in his 50s, 2s. Then Polo, my oldest brother. And I don't know if you noticed this, but we all have a P. I did lose a brother. I did know that story from one of my aunts. The one that I'm actually close to. She's not related. She was married to my mom's brother, rest in peace, my uncle Trini. He passed away during COVID. So we have her that told me my mom had, and then my siblings confirmed I had a baby brother in between my 2 brothers and my sister. So we should have been 6 total. 3 boys and 3 girls. But he died, I believe, hypothermia. It's what I've been told. I need to confirm with my sources. Again, I'm not very close to my aunts and siblings, and none of them, but I will confirm the cause of death. I do know that I did have a brother, and he did die after birth. Again, by being the baby, I was always told that, and the only American citizen. Very wild. Everybody else not born in America, Mexico. Um, which blows my mind. We have Polo with a P, Pablo, which is Mauricio, with a P. Then we have Jeanette, Paola, and Pauline, which is me. And I do know that they try to name me Paulina because my dad name is actually Paulino. So that's my dad's actual name, Paulino. And he wanted all his children to have a P because he's very macho. This is your typical macho Mexican guy. And so we had Polo, who his actual name is Jose Paulino, or Paulino Jose. We all have two names, y'all. Bear with me. This might take 3-hour episode just to tell you all of my family names. Paulino, Jose Paulino, or Paulino Jose. I got no clue. Then Pablo Mauricio, 2 names. Then we have Gloria Jeanette. So Gloria was the first girl that my mom had. So she wanted to put her name to her. My mom's name is Gloria Josephine, which is Gloria Josefina in Spanish. Everybody has 2 names in Latin cultures. Don't be mad at me. So we got Gloria Janet. Then we have Paola Eugenia. Eugenia. And that is my grandma, who's still alive. My mom's mother name, Maria Eugenia. And I'm telling you, by the time I finish my genealogical trio, however you call it in America, el árbol genealógico, aquí vamos a hablar inglés y español. Okay? Okay. Estamos en la misma. It's going to take 3 hours. That's why I'm breaking my Get to Know Me series into several episodes. I apologize in advance. So, Paola Eugenia, she hates her middle name. And then I was blessed with the worst middle name. Okay. If you're watching the YouTube, I'm literally saying the Holy Mary here. Pauline Patricia. I don't want anybody to know my middle name. If you're listening to this episode, I'm going to know because you're going to give me a hard time and probably call me Patricia. I hate my middle name. It's one of my aunt's name, my mom's sister, probably my least favorite aunt. I don't know if I want to start already throwing all those secrets, but yeah, somehow she fucked us all and gave us Patricia to me and a few of my cousins, and we are like, why did you listen, mother? Why were you agreeing to these middle names? When I was 12, I dreamed that I would change my middle name to Paris. I'm a huge Paris Hilton fan. Do not judge me. I was watching the series every day during lunch at my work. We're sliving. That's hot. As if she's total fucking goals. Believe it or not, that girl has the money to clone her dog if she loses it. And who does not want to clone their dog? If I had the money and the power to clone Hunter right now, I would do it. Definitely sliving. And this is not copyrighted. This is Paris Hilton property sliving. That is her saying. She's very fabulous. Had a very fascinating life. But this is not about her. This is about me. But I still think I might change it to Pauline Paris Flores. I might do a boat if you want to know. If you want me to change my name to Pauline Paris Flores. Or Pauline Princess, which was another option at my 8 years old. I was ready to change my middle name. So PP, which is also pinche pendeja. It applies, and sometimes in my life I've been a pinche pendeja. And that's it. That's my brother's. If you're in YouTube, I'm actually gonna show you. I'm probably gonna make a lot of noise in the mic. I apologize because I'm moving around. In my back, this is what I'm describing. Oh, those were my knees. Since I'm describing my family, my tattoo that you guys see, hopefully YouTube can see it right now. It's a star. I think I did this when I was, this was a cover up for an after party tattoo that I did when I was 16. I was high as a kite in somebody's house, and I tattooed a little thing this big. I was only 16. It was like a splatter. It was bad, really bad, y'all. Don't do drugs and go get tattoos when you're underage. I covered it with this star that I don't think it's any better, but it does have all of my brothers and sisters' initials. If you pay attention, I might take a photo for reels. I'm at the top, PP, Gloria Jeanette, Pablo Mauricio, etc. Why did I tattoo my brothers and sisters' initials? Because that's all I have. That's all I grew up with. Ever since 11, that's all I knew. Those four individuals and me make a whole. We make the Flores Rios badass motherfucking gang, because that's what we are. We're inseparable. We live far away, and I would take a bullet for any of them any day, and their kids. I am committed aunt to their kids. I am a committed sister. I'm not gonna say I was always the best sister. Obviously, no. I gave them a lot of trouble and nightmares. So it was a nightmare to be around, I'm sure. But they're my ride and dies. My support system, my everything. That's all I can say about my siblings. Close siblings. I don't know. There's way more than that. There's like 50 some. I'm gonna have to bring photos. I was not very close to my family members when we were little, just the neighbors, which is the cousins that I always go visit in Juarez, which again, born in El Paso in 1984, lived in Juarez. I was 1000%, you can tell by my accent that I was never lived in America, not until I was 20s, maybe college. So I did primaria, secundaria, preparatoria in Mexico. I did transfer the credits to college when I went to UT Penn. Excuse me. That's further on my get to know me story. So basically, I grew up in Mexico. Regardless of me being born in America, which is a border town, Juarez is one of the most dangerous borders in the world. They did, Jennifer Lopez did a movie of the Muertas of Juarez. There was a big known that a lot of girls got killed. And when I moved to America, they would call me La Sobreviviente de Juarez, because nobody could believe there was a girl alive right into her 20s from Mexico. And I was like, it's not that bad, but it was because I was hanging out with all the bad people. I'm not gonna say I was hanging out with the best people, but luckily I was never hurt, kidnapped, or murdered. Very dangerous town. If I could, I would move my family out of there tomorrow. I still have my niece there, my two nieces and nephews, and one of my brothers is still there, and I would love to get them out of there. It's beautiful, Mi Juarez, I love it, but it's not a place where you can grow, and it's only gotten worse. At least when I was little, it was super dangerous, but it was still livable. I don't think I was ever... There was shootings. I did grow up with the shootings and the cartels and the heads, but I'm trying to remember my childhood. I want to start to get to know me from when I was very, very little, and maybe I suppressed a lot of that, if we're being honest. Completely honest to y'all, my very small kid years are a blank for me. I don't want to dig in, maybe until I bring the psychologist, because they were probably not very nice. It was not a very functional home. And this is when my parents were alive. Not something that you can say that it was healthy at all. I don't know how else to explain it other than fucked up. Fucked up um, because of how Mexicans, and maybe this is why I don't like my own kind, right? You're like, oh, Pauline, you don't like Mexicans. I just don't like the culture. And this is old school. I'm sure now you're raising your kids, and I'm hoping the Mexican kids, my nephews, are not like this. But old generations of Mexicans were extremely possessive, extremely macho. Um, I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot. Hopefully I can edit this. Trying to find the words to describe it. It was normal back in the day for your spouse to beat you up. Domestic violence was not a word. It was normal. It's always that was a culture. You couldn't complain, and it was across the board. I know it was not just my mom that was enduring it. It was absolutely every single tia, neighbor, my friends' parents. So it wasn't wrong. And not until you're grown up, you're like, oh, okay, that is not okay, right? But it was normal in this type of cultures. Very, very toxic. Um, don't wish that up on anybody. Maybe that's another reason why bringing kids was always scary for me. Not that I was gonna let nobody put a hand on me. I would probably kill you before you touch me or get near me, mostly as a man. But scary to leave your children behind and don't know what they're gonna get. That's always in the back of my mind when you live through these experiences that are just not good. I would never wish any of my kids will have to live through anything that I had to do, and not only that, be alone and not have nobody to help them, because for everybody else around you, it's normal, and it's not. I'll get more deep into it. I'm not. My head is going around a million places, just bringing flashbacks of the memories that I suppressed because they are so hurtful. And not that they hurt me right now, it's just that I can't comprehend why I thought that was okay. It's not okay. Nothing that you saw when you were a kid, and it's okay to talk about it and realize that it was wrong. And unfortunately, I can go and tell my dad, hey, you were a piece of shit, or you're wrong, or mom divorced them. Unfortunately, they're not alive. And I see that as a good thing at this point in my life. The pain and suffering had to end, and that is the end of all pain. That death is always the solution in my book. If you're having a hard time, I'm not saying go hurt yourself, obviously, but if you die, your problems die with you, and the people that suffer are the people that are left alive. So, for example, you're in a bunch of debt, or you're having a hard time, or you're in a toxic relationship and you can't escape. Perfect example, God forbids, something happens to you, not on purpose, right? Not taking your life. I'm talking about suicide. And that ends your pain right there. That ends your problems. And that was just life taking care of it for you. Your life got taken away. The pain is gone. It's sad, right? You didn't have time to fix any of your problems while you were alive. I think they could have been fixed. I definitely think you can survive anything while you're still alive and move forward. But if you die, that is just sometimes ends the problem. That's how I see it. That's how I saw it when that happened. It was much better for me because I didn't have to keep growing up looking at that or living on that nightmare or having a horrible childhood, enduring all that screaming, yelling, beatings, never ending. So when that happened, when I lost my mom at 11, I was able to get out of that and my world completely changed. I had another perspective of everything. you're just a kid still, but now you don't have to live through the nightmare over and over and over and over. So I kind of always looked at things for the best, even when I was little. And I think that's why I am the way I am. Because I've had it worse. So anything shinier and brighter, a little bit of light, it's hope. It's been hope for me. If somebody's kind enough to give me water or feed me that day, or it was lend me clothes because I didn't have clothes. We would usually get used clothes or whatever. It was extremely grateful. Instead of me complaining of, oh, poor me, I'm so poor, I have to wear the same shoes for 5 years. No, I was super excited when somebody else would give me a pair of their used shoes, and that made my day. Or in school, and they would let me play with their toys. I never saw it as, oh, I'm never gonna have a toy of my own. Be like, no, I have friends in school that are gonna let me play with their toys today. When I get to kindergarten, when I get to first grade, or my best friend Claudia. I still remember you, Claudia Escobar. I got to hang out with her, and I didn't have to go home, and I knew I was gonna have a good meal when I go hang out with her. Those were the things I would look forward as a kid, and I think as an adult, I still do it. I still get excited for the good thing, even if I'm in a horrible situation. I'm like, there's a little bit of good that is gonna come out of today, and then even if the whole day is trash, I'm gonna have something good out of it. All you need is one little hope, one little good thing in your day that switches your brain. But if you focus on the 99 bad things that are happening in your day, like JC says, a bitch ain't one. I think he has problems with Beyonce, but that's out of this point. So you got 99 problems all day. You're gonna focus on the 99 problems, or you're gonna look at even the fact that you woke up that day, that you have water, that you can shower, that you ate. And even though they're minimal things, I appreciated them since very, very little, because they were not there for me. I would get so happy with my cousins, the ones that I'm very close with, because we're 5 days apart. Anais, I guess I can mention you. She's 5 days way older than me. She's July 2nd of 1984. We're like twins, right? We grew up together. I think they said we even, I don't know why Mexican families say this, but you drank your tia's milk. Apparently I was breastfed by all these weird ladies, and I've tried a million titties, and that explains why I am so obsessed with boobs at my age. I love titties because apparently absolutely everybody, mother and my grandma and everyone else breastfed me when I was little, and we would share milk and we would share everything. And I'm so grateful because their dad, my mom's brother, was a dentist, so I know they had a good childhood, even though they were my neighbors and we were in the very poor parts of Mexico. In Juarez, we live in El Centro. I did get footage of where I grew up this last time that I was there, 30 days ago exactly. My niece's quinceañera, or quince birthday. And I recorded the story that it was my highlight of the day, because I never had money, obviously, to be able to scrape some change when my dad was drunk, and he would pay me to eat a jalapeno and laugh because I would cry in pain. Lovely guy, huh? And give me like 5 pesos just to laugh when he was drunk and enjoy watching me suffering. But I would do it. I would do anything to get that money since little. And I can go buy my chips at the store in Los Chinos and get these chips that had the inside toy, tazos. I had tazos and I collected them. And that's my toy, the chips toy. Those were my toys. And I play with those things. And I recorded the tiendita. And those are memories that brought me joy, so I can't forget those. Running running to get my chips and get the tazos inside. It was a highlight of my day whenever I could. And that store, they knew me. There was, we call them los chinos because two Chinese ladies run the store, and it was behind my house. Me and my cousins will always go there. They will send us for dumb shit, even beer. And you're 5. I had my first drink at 7. My dad gave it to me, a Dos Equis. I'm never gonna forget. So you start drinking pretty young in Mexico, pretty young. And then me and my cousins, well, we were all pretty bad. But I'm the black sheep. Remember, I'm the black sheep of the family. Even though they were very, very, very bad too. No comment. I'm just gonna talk about myself. They know what they did. And that they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? Without judging them, I don't know if I can say I was making my own decisions at 7, but I was loving it, being a troublemaker. So that's gonna be exciting to show you guys my little neighborhood. And like I was saying, my cousins, those the ones that is 5 days apart from me, and her sister's a year younger, La Güera. I always see them when I go to Juarez because we were literally kind of neighbors. They were just a little bit well off than me because the dad was a dentist. So they will get all of the cool stuff in Christmas, all of the tea changing toys. And I was just so excited to go to their birthday parties because I never had a birthday party in my life, a kid's birthday party, which is fine. Again, don't feel sorry for me. This is not a petty party for Pinchy Pendeja or Pauline Patricia. No. I'm just telling you how I grew up. And, so you get to know me. I just want you to get to know me. And this is me. I'm not making this up. I don't need you all. Look at me. I mean, I look very homeless right now. But where I'm going is, no matter where you come from, you can achieve whatever you want is the end goal. Not a petty party. Those parties of my cousins, if anything, were happiness to me. I was not jealous. I was just happy I was invited and I could eat their cake and play with their toys. I was very, I guess I'm extroverted. I thought I was Alejandra Guzman. And my mom would make me my little outfit because she sewed all our clothes. She was costurera. She did our clothes and our uniforms for school. We never bought new clothes, so she just made it. It was cheaper to make your clothes, so she would just buy the threads and the actual tela. I don't know how it says in English, and dressed us and dressed me and my sister Paola in matching outfits, and we hated it. We hated each other. Oh my God, we still beat the shit out of us. We'll get it later. Me and her have fought. I broke a glass with her, like fist fight. I threw a Rottweiler at her. We were always fighting, me and Paola, and they would dress us alike, and we just hated it and hated each other. It was rivalry. She was blonde, I'm dark hair. She had green eyes, I had dark eyes. We were just enemies. Enemies. We're still enemies, Paola. Until now, I'm still fighting. But I love her, and I love my nieces. She made 2 beautiful nieces that are the sweetest. Nothing like her. She's a bad bitch. She's mean. She's mean. Paola's mean. But she's a nerd. She's smart. She's incredible. She has fucked up in her life, I'm not gonna lie. But a real one. I will say that. Paola is a real one. Not the cool sister. That's me. For sure. So yeah, I wonder if since little I noticed it, or began not being jealous. I never wanted what anybody else had. I just wanted to be included. I just wanted to experience that, even if it was for a little bit before I came back to my reality. And I think as a grown-up, I applied the same. And when I see my friends doing good or anybody that I love, I'm happy for them, and I'm just happy to be there living those moments. And I'm always going to be happy when I go and visit my cousins and they're married and they have kids and they're doing amazing and they're traveling. I'm like, go get it, you know, because I know where were we when we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It even makes me 30 times happier when I know they work so hard for everything that they have. Not taking any discredit to the people that are born wealthy. Congratulations. I wish you were my friend. I did have a few rich friends in Juarez, but that was later when I started doing drugs. That's how you get into those circles. And I never envy them either, other than, man, they have a lot of money to buy drugs, but I still enjoyed doing the drugs with them because I was invited to the parties with the rich kids. So I was like, woohoo. So I did not want the wealth. I did not want to be them and have everything handed out to me. I just wanted to be having fun and everybody happy, regardless of the situation that we were in. You're always going to be happy in an after party, not going to lie. With the DJs at 5 in the morning in the motels. Oh no, that's way later, another episode. For Las Puertas del Infierno. Maybe I do that one in Spanish, because the Juarez people know. The ones that went in the after parties with me know we had a good time on those after parties. Thank God there was no phones and no evidence, but we have memory. Going back to my birthdays in Juarez, little me was wild. I was always wild. I'm gonna find some photos of me dancing on the floor like Gloria Trevi. If you don't know who Gloria Trevi is, please Google it. I wanted to go in the Andrade clan, where they ended up actually raping all the girls that they were supposed to be artists and get them pregnant. That was horrible. It's a true story. Thank God my parents and nobody ever signed me out to become a star. It was my dream, by the way. And she had this song, El Pelo Suelto, and I was in Paola's graduation, and I remember embarrassing her because I had to be dancing in the middle of the floor at maybe I was 7 or 8 in my little Sailor Moon outfit that my mom made me. It was pink and blue. And then there's a photo of me on the floor going like this, like twerking. I had a really good time, and it wasn't even my graduation. I just enjoy every moment of my life. It's who I am. Sorry I took your spotlight, Paola, but she's very quiet. She doesn't want the attention anyways. And I don't want it either. I just can't help to be loud and crazy. I'm sorry. It's who I am at this point. I can't change that part. The more I remember me, little me, I was always talking in 6th grade. I'm gonna tag a few of my friends that went to, I don't know what you guys call it in America, 1st grade, 2nd grade. 6th grade, I had my first fight for a boyfriend. I talk about it in Instagram one, and everybody replied, I remember when you beat that bitch up at 10 years old fighting for a boyfriend. Lord, that's a red flag, because he wasn't even that cute. I still follow him on Instagram. I need to tag my Maria Martinez people. Where you at? Where you at? I was in that school from 6 years old, 1st grade, until secundaria, 14. From 6 to 14, and that's cool. And everybody that went there, we're all pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. I like everybody. I still stay in contact with them. They lived. They canceled my graduation of primaria because of my mom dying, and it was so nice that everybody loved me and my mom, and they respected that. And we didn't have a graduation. It happened right after my graduation, to go to secundaria. A lot of them remember my brother driving us to school after that and almost murdering us because he's a reckless driver. He still is. I'm trying to remember more things when I was little. I was the 5th one on the line. You know, from Heights in Mexico, you go and do firmes. If you're in the video, you do this. And you form. I don't know if you guys do it here in America, but I wasn't the shortest. So number 5 was pretty tall, I think. And then we have taller people too. Apparently, there's a girl that says that I bully her. I don't think so. I'm just very outspoken. In if you grew up in Mexico, there was no such thing called bullying. You were just told what you were. There was no pelos en la lengua. There was no I'm gonna beat you up and you're gonna cry. No, the fucking teachers beat you up willingly. I would put my hands like this, and they would hit you with the rulers, and they were wood rulers, and they would beat the shit out of you. I remember one of my teachers, because I'm always blah 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 blah. This is what I have a podcast, right? I'm always talking, always running my fucking mouth like I'm doing right now. I think I was born talking at this point. I believe it. This is my calling. Just talk, talk, talk. And they grabbed one of my lunch boxes, and the teacher just had enough. And I'm never gonna forget because it hurt me so much. It was metal. It's a metal lunch box, and she just flew it. I'm doing it on YouTube, by the way, like a baseball player, and just slammed my whole face with it. My whole neck just twisted. Que te calles, Paulina. Paz. Oh my God, it's like the worst beating that I've had. I've had worse, but I still remember that metal lunchbox. I just wouldn't shut up, and not even beating me up or shut me up. So my husband was hopeful when they took my thyroid. They said I may lose my voice permanently, and he was super excited to hear those news that hopefully I woke up a mute. But even if he beat me up, I would still be talking. They tried that. They tried that on first grade. I was 6 years old when that happened, the lunchbox. Kinder was nice. I went to kindergarten next to the church where I had my first communion, the church that I was baptized, the church, I think I have photos of the church. That's the church where we did my mom's funeral. That's the church where my cousin got married, the ones that we all grew up in El Centro. A lot of good memories in El Centro de Juarez. My school was right there before they moved to the brand new building where the rich kids live. But it was originated downtown Juarez, back where Juan Gabriel is. There's a lot of culture there. I do think El Centro, El Mercado, there's a lot of things in Juarez that are so beautiful about Juarez, but it's not a place to live and raise your kids. The drugs are really good, the food is really good, the partying is really good, and all the good stuff, right? And then on top you have the really, really bad sides of it. Luckily, my nephews and my niece are angels. I don't know why none of them have turned out like me. I'm grateful. They probably have obviously different childhoods than I did, but that's not an excuse. This is why I'm telling you who I am, and I want you to get to know me. None of my actions should be excuses for my behaviors. None of my childhood experiences or life experiences make it okay to act certain way. I think it's just who you are at the end of the day and what you do, and there's certain age that you're fully aware that what you're doing is right and wrong. And that is the point that I want us all to learn together and maybe enjoy the little things in life like me. Even if I had the worst day, I will be so excited to watch Aladdin. Oh, I remember when they bought me the big video cassette of Aladdin and Pocahontas. Those are the only 2 movies I ever owned in my entire childhood. It was a big video cassette, and I will play it and play it. And I will cry with Pocahontas and touch the TV. And I thought my blonde prince was going to save me. See, Derek? He is the white conquistador. This is why I like white guys, because of Pocahontas. It's all making sense. We're having therapy here together, and I'm identifying why I like white guys so fucking much. Poca motherfucking Huntas. She's the problem. This is why I love white chocolate, white dick, white titties, white everything. It's Pocahontas. I will cry when the song came out. Los colores de mi vida caminando y llevando los colores llegarán y yo quiero que mi vida devará. I don't know it. I don't remember the lyrics, but that's I still have it in my head. Y colores en el viento. Wow, that's wild that I still remember. I'm pretty smart, I will say that. Even with all the abuse of everything, I've always had pretty good grades, and that's why my teachers hated me even more, because I would talk, play around, fuck around, and then get A's on all my fucking assignments. Then when I started using drugs, that the grades went down a little bit because I was skipping school, but I can still have amazing memory. Unfortunately for my husband, a pretty smart cookie and street smart, because again I grew up on the streets of Juarez. There was no control or patrol. It was not a nice neighborhood. We would go and do a lot of things on our own, talk to the cholos, and then that's later when I joined gangs and VNK. That's more on my 13, 14 years. Right now I just wanted to start you off with how I was born, who I was close with, the things that brought me joy. Because even though it could be a very sad story, my childhood, I still remember the good parts, the parties that I went to, the toys that my cousins got, my chips with the toy inside that brought me so much joy, going shopping in that corner store. That's what I remember, not the domestic violence and the horrible, 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 horrible things that I saw when I was little. That is irrelevant. Look, forget it. Remember the things that brought you joy in that moment. My little outfits, Alejandra Guzman, and me singing, Gloria Trevi. That's the things that you gotta remember every day, not how fucked up you have it, or oh my god, I'm never gonna let go of my freaking childhood. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. It all happens. Whatever you lived through brought you where you at right now. So always be thankful. Don't hate past versions of yourselves either. With this little introductory episode and testing the sound and testing what the fuck, I look crazy, by the way. I might not post this YouTube. I had a long day at work. I want us to get to know each other. Tell me a little bit about yourself, since I told you a little bit about myself. And again, I'm just talking on my first years, my first 11 years prior to any other major changes in my life. And I want to see if I can find photos, if I can have any family members that want to send me photos of my childhood. I don't have much. That's sad. See, that's the sad part, because I like to remember everything, and memories are precious to me. That's why I take pictures of everything. I do, because I want to remember it. And I want to be remembered like Coco. Please put my Coco photo in the altar when I die. And have a rave with David Guetta. My funeral's going to be lit. And no, if you don't like me and you're a hater, you're not invited. It's VIP only. My best friend and my husband have a list. There's a will. And when there's a will, there's a way. And I will come back with my Ouija board. I know my friend Holly's working on witchcraft right now, and she's going to hook me up to bring me after death if necessary and handle you fucking bitches. With that being said, don't forget, when nobody believes in you, believe in yourself. This is episode 1. I'm testing